Catch me when you see me. This is the benefits of going ghost. If you're new to this video, please feel free to like the video, share the video, subscribe, do what you must. Feel free to support another brother out. Let me know what you think. All is welcome and God bless. Hey guys, I'm pretty sure you're aware that there was a point in time I even made a video about taking my time away from YouTube and just doing what I gotta do. I'm in a point in life where I'm getting a lot older, and sure, I could talk about things that are relevant today, things that are still affecting other black people, white people, Asians, Hispanics, you name it, whatever, right? But when it comes down to going ghost and grinding in silence, it's a popular thing. Like motivational speakers, a lot of them means well, but there are some who just are not telling you the truth. But overall, one thing that they got right is that if you want to get some things done, sometimes it's just best, and not even sometimes, but most cases it's best to cut the distractions off. When you cut a lot of the distractions off, you notice you get a lot done, especially this term saying this one thing. The term where it's like, how do I describe it? You keep yourself out of trouble when you're busy. When you're keeping busy, when you're staying busy, when you stay busy, you keep yourself out of trouble, and that's very true. Trouble with the wrong people, trouble with yourself, trouble having times to go back to pornography. And look, that's a struggle for a lot of men, which I completely understand that. I get it. I was a guy who was once deep in porn, deep in pornography, and it's not a good feeling, especially after you do it. It's a sin. I'm just gonna keep it real. You're lusting after people and desensitizing yourself to not completely be intimate with another woman physically. And the physical part of sex is supposed to be through marriage. That's completely understandable. A lot of people in the world may not see that as the case, but hey, we all have a soul to worry about, and we all got to answer to God after we go, because this very life that we got right now, there's no paradise here on earth. It's temporary. The true paradise, our true home, is with God, not the devil. But the choice that we make, God gave us free will. That's one of the hugest, biggest benefits to this life. That's a very big blessing. Time. Being able to have the time to do what you need to do what you must do what you need to do to get by in life. There's times I've been depressed, I've been let down, I fell down, I felt like there's no hope, why is things not working out? I gotta also go to God for that. I gotta also look at myself, self-reflect. When you're in a position where a lot of things are going wrong, you have no choice but to look at yourself. You can't point the finger, because it's easier to point the finger. When you point the finger at other people, that's a weak mindset. It's a weak mechanism. It's weak. And a lot of men that does that are very weak. Okay? It's the same for the women. Going ghost, there's a lot of benefits. There's a lot of benefits. Not to completely cut everybody off, your family off. There's times that you might need to distance yourself. And if some people does not understand that, you have to make them understand by showing them with your actions. Don't pick up their phone calls. Say hi and bye. When you're at work, you got to keep them more to yourself. Just say, hey, I'm busy. I'm gonna be busy this week. I'm gonna be busy these few months. Do what you must do until you get to where you need to be. I'm in a better position right now compared to the time where I was a high school dropout. Time and time again, in some of these videos, I'm going to bring it up. I was a high school dropout. I dropped out of high school for the most stupidest, self-centered, selfish reasons. Even though at the time I was a bit depressed, I was dealing with the wrong people. I allowed them to take over my life, take part of my life, take part of my decisions, which is very weak of me. I kept thinking, oh, I got time. I'm in my early 20s. And there was times I felt embarrassed. There were times that I felt embarrassed for the fact that I finished high school late. And then on top of that, not even finishing high school late. Like I finished and I finally, pretty much finished high school late. I got my GED. And by the grace of God, I got it in my early 20s. I was like 23, 24 when I got my GED. I passed all the tests, all the subjects on my first try. So what I'm saying about grinding in silence, it truly means a lot. This is coming from a brother who was a high school dropout, who got his GED, and now I'm 32 years old. It's not too late to turn your life around. It's only too late because as you get older, especially in your 40s and 50s, it gets a lot harder. You have more responsibilities. You're an adult. You can't think like you used to. You're not young like you used to be. And your mind is different. You're getting older. Your mind is not going to work the same like it did when you were in your 20s, as soon as you're 50, 60 years old. When I was getting my GED, I seen a lot of people. I was only one of the fewest people in the class that was young. Almost everybody in the class was in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. Yeah, 40 to 50 to 60 years old. Some was probably in their late 30s, but I don't know. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a reason. Probably had kids early, probably had kids too young. Got married. You want to turn your life around? Hey, God bless you. See, your time is the biggest thing that you got. And the best time to get a lot of things done is when the rest of the world is asleep. When the rest of the world is asleep, sure, you could go to Walmart. It opens up on average 6 o'clock in the morning, 6 a.m. Most people's not up shopping at Walmart during the week at 6 o'clock in the morning. Why do you think when you go to these stores and these other stores, these businesses, during the day, when most people are at work or at school during the week, right? Most of the people that you see are senior citizens or people who are retired. You may see some single parents, stay-at-home moms. Most of the time, that's relevant. I get it. But other than that, there's not much traffic. There's not much going on. Most people, especially down here in South Carolina, most people does not go to work or go anywhere on the weekends. It's like a culture in certain places for people to just be like, I'm chilling. And when people are chilling and relaxing, you could get a lot of things done. So many things that you thought that you could never be able to do, you could be able to get dany. Go to the gym. You can't go to the gym right now. Work out at home. There's many things you could do. There's many things you could do. Many things is possible. Many things is possible. I don't buy the excuse like, oh, I don't got time. You can make time. You just choose not to make time. You got the time, you just don't want to do it. And I know there's some YouTubers and some of you who are my subscribers. You may got a lot going on, but one of the greatest stress relievers is getting in shape and getting fit. This is also relevant to grinding in silence. Grinding in silence. This is another benefit. You have more clarity. Your mind is more sharper. You're a sharper thinker. You're on your feet more. You're more alert. You're more aware of your surroundings. You're more disciplined. It teaches you to be more disciplined with your time, your finances, your resources, and how you manage everything in your life. You're more optimistic because you're more confident. That's where confidence comes in. When you're really good at something, you're confident in your skills. You may not be the best, but as long as you're experienced, you're confident. If you're not experienced, then there's no confidence. You got nothing yourself. You got nothing to back off of. Like, I'm confident in being a janitor because I've had many years of experience being a janitor and being a custodian. True story. It opened doors for me to work in a hospital. Now I'm working in a hospital right now. It took time for my income to get to where it's at right now. It's not a career, but is it better than making $10, $12 an hour? It's a lot better. It's a lot better. Now I'm praying and working on going towards my career right now while I'm in college. It may be a lot harder because I got kids, but at the exact same time, that's why I got my vasectomy out the way. I got my vasectomy out the way. Me and my wife decided it's best not have any more kids, and we need to focus on getting ourselves together because the world is changing. The world, it could get worse. That does not mean I sit back and relax and chill and then not be all like, oh, I got enough time. No, we don't. No, we don't. When you're procrastinating and you're lazy and you're sitting back, that's a sin. It says it in the Bible. Being lazy is like a form of sin. It's a sin to be lazy. Okay? It says it in the Bible. Which makes a lot of sense. Most Americans out here, they're not following their New Year's resolutions. They give up on it maybe a month or two or a few weeks as soon as they make it. You don't gotta convince yourself or say to yourself that this year I'm gonna finally get in shape. This year I'm gonna finally go to the gym. This year I'm gonna finally you do it. You do it now. You get it done now. The time is now. The time is now. It is not too late to turn your life around. But it gets a lot harder when you're in your 50s, your 60s, or 70s, then pretty much you're done. You're done. There's no point. Take advantage while you're young. You're in your early 20s or your early 30s, like myself. Take advantage of the time that you got, because this is the only shot that we have. God has given us time, and the time that we spend, we can never get back. We can never get back. This may be deja vu, repetitive, but at the end of the day, this is all real. This is real. I said before, I hate living in South Carolina and I want to leave. I want to go back to the city. Most of my parents and most of my family lives in New York City. That's another reason why I want to move back. Not directly in the city, but move out, move in New York to where I'm a few hours away to still be in touch with my family. I can still visit them and drive to them, because it's a lot harder while I'm down here in South Carolina to keep in touch. Just keeping it real. One of the realest connections that you can have is in person. You can actually share moments with the person. You can actually see their facial expressions, spend time with them, and live by the moments. Not just being over the phone, screen time, talking over the phone, texting. That's why it doesn't have much meaning. There's not much meaning behind it. Okay? It's not meaningful. It's not momental. A lot of people can forget. But the very moments that you have physically, when you're physically spending time with your relatives, family, if you have friends, a wife, those matter a lot more. Those weigh a lot better. When you're grinding, you get a lot of things done. You're focused. It teaches you to be more focused. It teaches you to have more clarity. It teaches you to have a sense of living, having something worth fighting for. Just like praying to God. It's just like praying to God every single day, which we are supposed to be thanking God every single day for the life that we got. Because this is the only life that we got. We only got one life, people. One life. I'm not going to make this video any longer than what I'm intending it to be. I'm pretty sure you guys understood the picture. You could call this motivational, and it is. And I'm not going to make much motivational videos, and in the long run, I may not really make videos like that and post them on YouTube anymore. Like, there could be some point in life where I'm just going to stop doing the YouTube videos. Am I ready to do that right now? I'm not. But at some point, that's what's going to happen. That does not mean that I'm abandoning YouTube altogether. That means that, hey, I got my life to look forward to. Some of you who may be watching this, you got a lot going on yourself. Don't give up. Don't give up. Your 10th or 11th try may be the time where you finally make it. You finally make something out of yourself. There's always an A, B, and C plan. We got so many options. An obstacle that you may be stuck at right now, or you may feel stuck because you're focusing so much on your emotions or the problems. Work on finding a solution, because that's what I've realized. There's always a plan. There's always something that you have not tried that can actually help you get to where you need to be. Casual Talk here. Peace out. Let me know what you think.